Hear me?
Yes, Jeet, I can hear you.
Okay, so with the help of custom role, right? With the help of custom role, we are able to design our own role and associate with our Active Directory user with limited permission. So let me
Great.
show you the entire practical because it's really important for every Azure administrator or if you are responsible to manage the only Active Directory services. So we should know about these
Mhm.
types of facilities are also available on Azure portal. Is it okay?
Yeah.
So it means that we good with our RBAC services. By using the RBAC role-based access control services, we are able to share the resource only, right? I don't want to authorize. I don't want to share any kind of permission. I don't want to provide any kind of permission to our Active Directory user. That user can
Mhm.
create a new services or new resources. So in this case, what we need to do, we need to proceed with resource sharing. We have a
Great.
virtual machine, we have a storage, we created a VNet like that. So I just want to share my existing resources. I want to share my existing resources. I don't want to provide, I don't want to share the permission to create our own resources. Clear? And after that,
Yeah.
we'll discuss about the subscription sharing as well. Back to the Azure portal and try to understand about the concept of Azure role-based access control. Open portal.azure.com and try to understand about the procedure. This is our portal. I think I have already created few services like as I think I have already created virtual machine and
Mhm.
some VNet services are also available. Yes, one virtual machine is available, right?
Yeah.
And VNet, I think I have already created one VNet. Training 1988 VNet. Is it okay?
Yeah.
And you log in your account with the help of root account, right? This is AWS Trainer India gmail.com. This is my root account. If we talk about subscription, so we are using pay as you go. So let's talk about the RBAC service for the resource sharing. Open Active Directory services and create new user. Select users. In last session, we created one user with name of GCP. So can we use the
GCP.
same user?
Yeah, let's use the same.
Fine. Select your GCP user, GCP at the rate something, copy the user's detail. I'm just going to log in on another browser like as an incognito wizard.
Mhm.
Portal.azure.com, log in through the Active Directory users. GCP, next. Provide your password. Let me check.
It seems it says account is locked.
Okay. Okay, let's try to log in it again.
Yep.
Fine. So we are able to log in our GCP user, and as we know that GCP is a part of our Azure Active Directory means is a part of our root account.
Right.
So we are able to see, we are able to find entire resources are available. We are able to find compute, networking, storage, web application means entire 3,600 services are properly able to see over Azure portal. But
Yeah.
let's try to create any of. Select virtual machine. Unfortunately, it will redirect you on page of subscription. You need to purchase
Right.
the subscription. You need to discuss with your Active Directory panel. If you have a Azure passes like as a Azure student benefit, so you can proceed with this particular option as well. But
Okay.
I'm just going to share the permissions with the help of a Azure Active Directory means root account using RBAC service, right? Role based access services. So,
Right.
firstly, we need to know about resource sharing, and after that, we'll move ourselves to create a custom role and discuss about subscription sharing. Clear?
Okay. Yeah.
So we have already created our virtual machine. Unfortunately, we are unable to find any VM in our Azure Active Directory user account. Need to
Right.
back to our root account.
Yeah.
Open your root account. This is awstrainerindia@gmail.com. Select resources that you have already created. Decide the resource like as a VM, network, storage account, what you want to share, right? According to your requirement, you just need to open your resources, select the resource properties, and you will be find one option which is considered as a access control. IAM, which is identity and access management. Just need to click here. It will redirect you on page of assign the roles. Clear?
Right.
So we have a two different way to use this particular option. One is for managed identity in the sense which is used for the security purpose. If you want to protect your resource, you want to authorize a particular user to access your services. That time we need to proceed with managed identity. Clear? We will discuss about the identity as well, but for now I'm just going to assign the role. Clear?
Okay. Yeah. Clear.
Think about it. Check access, role assignments, roles, deny assignments, and classic administrator. Okay, fine. We need to know about the usage of these important points. Check
Right.
access in the sense like as if you want to verify the roles that you have already shared. Got it? What I'm saying? You just
Yeah.
wanted
Yeah.
to verify how many services you have already distributed.
Right.
I don't think by using this particular user account we haven't managed any kind of IAM services. We haven't assigned any role. We haven't denied. And one option is available in administrator, but it's a correlated to the classic, right? And the
Okay.
role name
Right.
is service administrator. Has full access to all resources in the subscription.
Subscription.
Actually, I just wanted to define the actual meaning of why it is display one, right? And this is the classic administrator. So have you discussed before about the classic and ARM, the gap between classic and ARM? Any discussion?
No. No.
Okay, let me explain you about each and every concept related to the classic and ARM. And meanwhile, I just wanted to clear few more things, which is really important for every administrator. If you want to present yourself as a Azure administrator, so you must need to know about the gap between ARM and Classic. So not only in IAM, not only in IAM, if we talk about any other resources or services which is available, like as compute, right? So under the compute, I think we are able to find two different options: virtual machine and classic virtual machine, right?
Right.
Disk classic, VM image classic, VM OS classic. Not only with compute, even you can check the storage account and storage account classic. So we must need to know about the use of classic means the importance of classic. Correct?
Yeah.
As per the meaning of classic, how we can define the actual meaning of classic? Why we need to use the classic word?
Like old.
Sorry.
Classic, like as an old or already
Exactly.
tested
E-
sort of.
exactly. It's a Classic means related to the old. So what happened? As we know that Microsoft invented Azure protocol or Azure services. Microsoft introduced Azure services in year of May 2012. Is it
Yeah.
fine?
Yeah.
From May 2012 to October 2016. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
They established our entire services using which is considered as a old portal, right?
Right.
Now, from October 2020, 2016 to till now, October 2016 to till now,
Mm-hmm.
they make lots of changes over Azure portal. In 2016, October 2016, they introduced one of important topic, one of important service called ARM. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
which is considered as a Azure Resource Manager. Why they introduce ARM? Because ARM responsible to manage the automation. Means our latest portal are fully compatible with ARM services, fully compatible with automation services. Second,
Okay.
it gives us option to manage resources with various way in the sense I'm talking about you can control your resources with the help of CLI,
Mm-hmm.
with the help of PowerShell. They introduce Cloud Shell as well. Okay, we can configure a templates using the language of JSON and YML. Clear?
Yeah.
So that's why it's considered as a ARM portal. But question is that why they are still continuing with the classic services? Because you know that there are n number of customers. They start using Azure services from 2012 or 2014 or 2013. Is it correct?
Yeah.
They still are a customer of our Azure services.
Right.
Correct. So
Right.
if you want to modify your old services because you establish web server, you establish your VNet, you establish your storage account in year of 2012. So you know that you don't want to delete because you uploaded n number of data. It's really difficult to create a new storage account and transfer data from one storage to
Right.
another storage because you have to pay
Right.
the amount. No matter you are an old customer, but you have to pay the amount as per the SLA. Is it correct?
Right. Yeah.
So in our case, in RBAC services, if we talk about in case of RBAC services, they establish our they actually migrated entire permissions to this particular subscription. That's why we are able to find one subscription available in one sharing permissions available in Classic. Now clear?
Yeah. Clear.
Fine. So this is role assignment panel. In the role
Mm-hmm.
assignment panel, you can verify the number of roles that you have already assigned. We are able to find one, two, three, four different options are available, and all are inherited. Right? The meaning of
Right.
inherited?
Yeah. Within the subscription, inherited. Like it just inherited.
Exactly. And all are the roles are honors.
Right.
They all are honor. Roles, talk about the roles. So we are able to find n number of roles are available. Correct? These all are
Right.
the role. This is the panel that contain the types of roles, which is divided in two different parts. One is custom role and another is built-in
Mm-hmm.
role. Like in our real environment, if we compare it with our domain machine, means Active Directory domain services, you know that there are two different types of groups are available. I think one we can create by on. Second, you can
Yeah.
find from existing group. Is it correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as it is, you can compare the roles of Azure Active Directory with our on-premises AD groups because in case of on-premises, we have option to proceed with existing group. As it is over Azure portal, we can proceed with existing roles, or you can also create your own what we can say
Roles.
that custom roles.
Customers.
Fine.
Yep.
Okay, deny assignment. So we haven't denied any users. This is the classic information that we have already discussed, which is associated with this particular mail ID. This is our root account basically.
Yeah. Right.
So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to click on add role because I'm planning to share my virtual machine with our user. The username is I think GCP.
GCP.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So just need to click. We have a two different option. One, you want to make a co-administrator, or you want to assign the role manually. So I'm going to proceed with assign role manually.
Right.
N number of roles are available: owner, contributor, reader, and average operator, average contributor, development and testing, log and letter, monitoring the panel, like that. Virtual machine login user, virtual machine contributor, n number of
Right.
users are available, n number of roles are available. Correct?
Yeah.
So as per your requirement, you can share with any permission. So I'm just going to make it contributor, right? Click next.
Right.
This is another panel. In this particular panel, we are able to assign our group, or we can also assign directly to the user. So just need to click
Right.
select members, type your user's name, GCP, select, click select again. No need to do anything, click review and assign,
Mhm.
wait for a few seconds. Fine, we successfully assigned the role. Check the roles option, role assignments, refresh the page, and you are able to easily find how many roles you are already distributed. So we just
Right.
contributed a role, we just made it contributor, right?
Right.
Username is GCP, it's a type of Active Directory user. Role assignment, contributor. Source type,
Right.
this resource. And about condition, we haven't decided any kind of conditional access, correct?
Right. Yeah.
Back to the Azure portal, another Azure portal means Azure portal of GCP user that we created. Refresh
Right.
the page. It required 30 to 40 seconds. Let's wait. We are able to find our virtual machine,
Yeah. Yep.
correct? So it means that with the help of RBAC service, role-based access services, it works just like a delegation service. By using this particular delegation service, we are able to distribute resources. The one of important part. I don't want to authorize my user to create a new service to create and to proceed and create a new services. So that's why I'm going to share the resources. Is it fine?
Yeah. Also.
Second, we have another option like as for example, um, you want to divide your workload and provide the authority to your Active Directory user to create a new services. Like as you want to authorize your Active Directory user to create new virtual machine or storage account or virtual network or VPN like that. So for this
Right.
particular task, we have a two different way. One, using with existing roles, which is
Mhm.
really difficult to find the particular permission that you want to apply. Second
Right.
option, you can proceed with your own custom role. Is it correct?
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you the both step how you can assign the subscription to your Active Directory user using custom role and using honor or contributor.
Okay.
Back to the root account, I'm just going to delete this condition. I'm just going to
Right.
remove this role that we can assign the role related to the subscription wise.
Okay.
Clear? Just need to select
Yeah.
your user and click
Remove.
remove role. That's it. We successfully removed the role. Back to the GCP user again. Open virtual machine and just refresh the page.
Yep. Fine. So,
It will take 30 to 40 seconds. I may need to reboot, not reboot. Just need to sign out and sign it again.
correct. Correct.
Because it's a type of service, right? So let me check with sign out and sign in. Okay, so let's check our virtual machine. We are unable to find the VMs, right?
Yep. Yep.
Because you have already we successfully removed our roles from the backend from administrator account. Clear?
Right.
Cool. So let's talk about how we can distribute services, distribute roles for subscription, not a particular resource. Clear?
Clear.
Back to the Azure portal. And this time, I'm just going to distribute the subscription. Select subscription panel.
Mm-hmm.
Pay as you go. This is our subscription that I have already created. Open it. And we are able to find the same option, right? We are able to find the option of IAM, Identity and Access Management. Select. And now we just need to click here and it gives us a one more option, right?
Custom role.
To add a custom role. So I'm just going to create our own custom role. I don't want to provide the authority of entire task.
Right.
Add custom role. Type the name of your role. So only VM, right? Only for virtual machine management. We have a three different way. Clone a role, start from scratch, and start from JSON. So we don't have a JSON. We haven't created any existing role. So that's why we need to proceed with start from
Start
scratch.
from scratch. Yep.
Able to manage VM only, right?
Right.
The use of this particular role, user able to manage only virtual machines. Next, this is the permissions panel. We have a add permission and exclude permission. So I just want to add the permission. It gives you n number of services. Thousands of services are available, but we are responsible to provide the authority of virtual machines. So just type compute. As we know that virtual machines are part of compute services.
Right.
I need to search the compute. I don't want to proceed with classic. Just need to proceed with Microsoft Compute. Correct?
Microsoft Compute. Yeah.
Which types of activity you are able to perform, such as a virtual machine, and only pay for the resources usage. Okay, no problem. Select. These all are the roles which is a part of our compute resources.
Right.
N number means as per your requirement, you can manage your role as per your requirement. So for now, I'm just going to allow the entire permission. Clear?
Right. Yep.
Click add. We successfully added a role for the compute services. I don't want to exclude it. If you want to exclude any, you have two different ways. You can delete it or just click on exclude permission.
Got it. Got it. Yeah.
Next, next, next.
Create.
And we need to proceed to create and wait for a few minutes because it will create and then we will use it to share our permission with our Active Directory user. It may be take time, so let me check. We created with name of VM only, right? VM hyphen only. It still is in progress, so we just need to wait for 1 or 2 minutes.
Right.
we are able to find one roles is available in our roles management, which is custom, not in
Yeah.
built-in roles. It's a custom role that we created. Now, fine.
Right.
Back to the IAM. Click add role assignment. Click add role assignments again. Type your role, which is VM only, right? We are able to find the roles.
Right. Yeah.
Select. Click next. VM only. Add the members. So in this case, what we need to do, we need to assign a role for
GCP.
GCP.
Right.
Select. Again, select. Next. Review and assign.
Review and assign.
Now we successfully added a role. We just need to wait for a few minutes. Back to the portal, we have already created our GCP. We have already logged in our GCP account. So just wait
Yeah.
2 minutes and we'll try to create a virtual machine. Fine. We are able to access our subscription. This is our GCP account. Pay as you go
Yeah.
subscription available. You are unable to find the cost. Is it correct?
Yeah.
You are not authorized. So let me check with new virtual machine. We are able to find the virtual machine, existing virtual machine that we created because you shared your entire
Right.
permission with entire compute services.
Right.
So
You
click
can create.
virtual machine. Yes, we are able to create a virtual machine with the help of subscription. Is it clear?
Subscription. Yeah.
So this is all about the RBAC service. Like we are able to distribute our resources with the help of RBAC. We can share the resources, and we also able to share the distribute the
Subscription.
types of subscription. So just take 2 minute time and go through the topics that we completed. Let me know if you have any question. Just take 2 minute time, right?
Yeah.
खोलने का आइकन बात नहीं करनी है रिमोट से खाली पूरे हाथ में व्यू में जगह नहीं है वो इतना कम है
Yeah, all clear, G.
Fine. So we good with the topics that we completed.
Yeah.
Okay. Next agenda, as per the content of Azure Active IT, we need to know about the hybrid setup. So, what do you think about the hybrid setup? Like, as a why it is important in real environment? Why we need to use it?
Because in scenarios where we have like our existing AD setup, if you want to integrate it with Azure, rather than creating all the accounts directly, like again from the scratch in the Azure service, we can use our existing AD to get it hybrid with Azure.
Correct. As per the name suggests, hybrid setup. Hybrid setup in the sense, for example, this is our Azure portal, right? And we establish our domain controller on on-premises. Any name like as a class.com. This is our domain that we created on premises. We created multiple users like as the AWS test, right? ABC, like that. These all are the users that we created on premises. And we are planning to synchronize the entire user to Azure Active Directory, including with password and permission.
Right.
So what we need to do for this particular task, I'm just going to install one domain controller on premises, right? It may be a 2012, 2016, 2019, it's up to you. Then create few users on premises and with the help of Azure AD Connect, because we have already completed the part of AD join, not connect, right?
Right.
By using the Azure AD Connect agent, we are able to synchronize these users to Azure Active Directory portal. Clear?
Yeah.
So for this particular task, I need to establish on-premises domain. So can we start tomorrow? Because I need a 5 to 10 minute break because I have another batch from 7:30 to 11:30. Continue.
Sure, Jeep.
That's right. Just need 10 minute break up. So then we start. Okay. So meanwhile, I'm going to install our on-premises domain and we'll synchronize our user from on-premises to cloud. Clear?
Great. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you, Chief. Take care. Bye.